Alright, we're back. TZP, Don't Care, Game 2. Game 1 going TZP's way. Kind of quickly in the end, although it was very even for about 10 minutes or more, and then all of a sudden TZP was just like, actually, we kind of want to win. And then they did that very rapidly. Don't Care, I guess, bowing out, feeling like, yeah, they're pushing our racks, they've wiped us in the last 3 team fights, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. It certainly doesn't seem to be working out, and that was the conclusion they reached. That is the course of action they chose, and we'll see how they choose to follow it up in Game 2. We've got Shortcan back. Well, I've got Shortcan, but there's no we. It's just me. I've got Shortcan. He's mine. You can't have him.
Nobody can have me.
Nope.
I'm not ownable. I'm a human being, Quincy. I hope you
Human
realize that.
beings are ownable. Not ethically, but
Not ethically, no, but
people can have and do own human beings, which is kind of fucked up. But, well, there's a lot of fucked up stuff, like the fact that they banned Silhouette with their first pick ban, which is not really all that fucked up.
Marcus Moy.
I was trying to transition into the game, and it didn't really work very well.
I'm just gonna say Marcus Moy
Yeah,
over and over
that's
again.
pretty much it. If you've ever heard of Mini Maggot, I don't know, most people have. He used to play on Instant Reflex with Marcus Moy and has repeatedly mentioned that Marcus Moy is a very good Silhouette player, and that is true.
Although, to be honest, like, you don't need to first ban it.
No.
I mean, it's so easy to counter when they first pick or a third pick or anything Silhouette, because you can just be like, oh look, we have to prevent him from being a split pushing asshole by, you know, just preventing him from getting a lot of farm. Oh look, Silhouette is not that big of a deal anymore.
Yeah.
But then again, that's with like every single carry. Only Silhouette is particularly annoying because he can take out your entire racks when you're still busy pushing.
Right. She.
Yes, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm crazy.
It depends.
I probably am crazy.
It depends on whether you refer to the person as the player, which is like nearly always a male, or as the hero, which is 50-50 or so. So, well, sometimes I say he, sometimes I say she, depends.
What is Bramble?
It's a giant plant monster. I'm
He
gonna
or she?
say male because the voice is kind of male.
Really? I'm a mean green mother from the jungle, huh?
Okay.
That's what he used to say
that's-
when he got picked, remember?
Yeah. No, I
It was
don't.
great.
But
No?
I guess
Oh,
that's
wow.
that implies it's female. And the voice is kind of male to me, so maybe it's just
No, it's male, for sure.
Yeah.
He has a crazy voice. I love the audio they used for Bramble. Greatest thing ever.
I hate that. I don't like playing it. I don't like playing against it. I don't really like playing with it, and I don't like the unit it sounds. So, pass.
Quincy,
Not a fan of Bramble.
you disappoint me. And they actually managed to pick Parasite third.
That's kind of shocking.
Well, I mean, they had no risk of DoCa picking it because they
That's
really
true.
want that Ophelia.
Yeah.
Which, you know, understandable. So then you're given the freedom of picking Parasite third,
Right.
especially because Magnus and Rhapsody are quite strong heroes, and they might prioritize them over the Seraphite, who can be picked third.
I don't know. Like, Ophelia's a good hero, but I don't think she's that good a hero. It's not like this is 6 months ago when everybody's first picking Ophelia because you basically had to. But, and I don't want to diminish Linko 6 because I think he is a good player and he's a good jungle player, but I like his Tempest a lot more than I like his Ophelia. I'm not really, I don't think he's that good an Ophelia player. I'm not sure how many times I've seen him play Parasite, but I know he can play Tempest and he plays it pretty well. So, first pick Ophelia. I think if you have like a ridiculously good Ophelia player, that's fine. Or maybe even somebody that can only play Ophelia and you want to run a jungler. But I'm not sure that's the case here, so a bit odd. And then into Bubbles and Drunken. Yeah.
I just feel that Ophelia is based quite heavily on what creep at what time you have, and there is a chance that you'll never get the optimal combination because of random bullshit, and good Ophelia players might be able to save their most important creeps constantly, but man, I really dislike that hero. I feel it's such an annoying hero to play personally or to have on your team or to even play against, because in the end it's just a walking heal and some creeps.
Right. I mean,
And
it can definitely be powerful, especially in the right lineup and against the right lineup and in the right player's hands. But it's hard to play. It is one of the more RNG dependent heroes in the game. It's like the reason we don't see Blacksmith is because he is so RNG dependent. Like, you just can't rely on the amount of damage that he's gonna get. I think I went one Blacksmith game, 50 minutes, no multicasts. And if
yeah,
that happens, well, you're just
I
screwed. So
yeah, I just think that Ophelia is just a frustrating hero in
yeah,
general, whatever whoever is playing it, because I mean, it's just that hero, like global heal, it might do something huge one game, or it might be completely useless in a game. It depends on, the timing or the heroes that they're against. Like you said earlier, it's just, oh man, it's just,
I mean, you
I
play
have no
Ophelia.
words other than it's
It's
frustrating.
not like you're. I've seen you play Ophelia, so in a competitive game, so it's not like.
Yeah, yeah. I just find it very frustrating to play is all.
Yeah,
Like I can play it and in the right lineup, it's great to play, but especially in that game versus Ogre where we went to Diamond in the end, I've just felt like a walking heal.
yeah.
And I mean, in those games, it's just very frustrating to play. And then I might as well start buying awards because a Rhapsody with a PK would be more important than me getting any type of farm at all.
Yeah.
But maybe
I
that's
mean,
just me.
and that's no, you're not wrong. That's why we see a lot of the time Ophelia's in the early game will start out with like 2 rev wards and then pool a whole bunch of regen to other players because they don't need items that much. Like getting an Astrolabe is nice, getting a Ring of Swords 3 is nice, getting an Abyssal Skull or other stuff. But yeah, I mean, you're just such a team-oriented hero, and it's not item dependent, which is in some ways good. But it also means that if you don't get the right creeps and you don't have items, then you don't do very much. So, well, we'll
But then
see.
again, I do feel that there's potential for Ophelia that if you manage to farm Ophelia up really, really well, that you get good, successful ganks in and stuff. You like skip the mana ring, for example, and just go for a ring of the teacher instead, because that's usually sufficient mana because of the large mana pool, blah blah blah. And then you go for an astrolabe, but then afterwards you just stick with red boots because I mean you're Ophelia, you don't technically need any other boots if you position yourself well, and you just go for a sheep stick, for example. And then the hero can be really strong because you can farm woods. That that I feel is a really strong way to play Ophelia because you have so much late game presence with that sheep stick. It's an anti-carry immediately, you amplify damage on him, and then Ophelia actually does a lot of stuff alone, and it's great setup for the rest of her creeps.
Right.
But
And I mean, and especially against a team, for example, that's running a hard carry like a Silhouette or a Malakin even. But
or a Malikan and Madman for
yeah,
that
that's the
matter.
thing. In this situation, Malakin may not be the thing that you want to focus only because you're gonna have a lot of damage output from Magnus, Madman, and potentially even from Parasite. But well, then they have picked Berserker.
Mm, like in a way, I feel that this is because Marcus Moy has kind of a limited hero pool, and they managed to ban out the Puppet Master and the Silhouette. And of course, Clanks is still banned, and those are the heroes that I saw Marcus Moy playing the most.
Let's get it on.
Those 3 heroes right there,
Right.
actually. So I guess they want to either try out the Berserker. I don't think this is the game to ever try out the Berserker, in my opinion, because I
That's
mean,
what Scrims are
this
for.
is yeah, exactly. And I mean, they might have had a lot of success with it in scrims, or Sync plays it, but Marcus Moy is not Mickey.
Yeah. Or Flens, or I mean, like Sync is Sync. That's not really, want to
Yeah,
make
exactly.
that
You can't
comparison.
compare it.
Well, I mean,
I don't mean that in a negative way at all,
no.
but I mean, Sync is just really, really
I
strong
mean,
at this point, and
it's not negative. It's honest. It's like Sync is the
yeah,
best team in HoN right now, even though BMG won the last cycle, and then proceeded to not win a lot more games. Sync is still the best team in HoN. I'm not sure too many people would dispute that. Even BMG, I think, agree. I mean, Tank Effect's power rankings, I think, had Sync at the top. I don't remember at this point.
yeah.
Anyway, we do have a Berserker, so He's going to be in the top, presumably in a duel lane against a solo Madman, and I would guess the Empath is going to be the one boxing out that Madman, which actually worked pretty well. Empath is a solid zoning hero, and the Berserker Empath combo is going to be strong. But
Yeah, definitely. But I feel that once Parasite gets his puzzle box up, Malikan's just, I mean, Berserker's just gonna cry.
yeah,
First of all, Berserker has a really low mana pool, and that's easily like fucked with by even like a level
yeah.
2 puzzle box or even a level 1 puzzle box. And imagine Berserker accidentally hits the Mauler when the Mauler is slightly low health. That's just oh my
That's gonna
god.
kill.
Oh my god, he's just gonna explode. Like, he's gonna take so much damage from that, and then, you know, Parasite just finishes him off with, like, a face hug and a Q.
Yeah, I mean,
Count Scrapula playing Suicide again?
yeah, it
And
seems
Ganal
like this
playing
is a
Malikan?
thing.
I really
don't know
liked Count Scrapula playing Carry, though.
I think he was a
He
solid
was
carry
really,
player.
really strong. I thought he was the strongest player on Ogre at the time. But, wait,
Yeah,
he was
maybe.
playing for Ogre.
He was
right?
playing
Yeah.
for Ogre back in CIC, and as well as the early stage of HoN Tour Season 3. Ogre has had a
Yeah.
lot of roster changes. They keep switching their Suicide player. And
Yeah, who do they have now?
Macera's on the team now, and who's their Suicide player?
They had
It's
Clock
Nox is playing. Oh, it's Demstrats.
They had Demstrats playing Suicide,
Demstrats playing Suicide. He was playing mid, and now he's playing Suicide.
but Demstrats is not a very good Suicide player, in my opinion.
But he's new to it. I mean, he was playing mid before.
Yeah,
so.
but now he's playing mid again with Macera on the team.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
I know.
permanent or not. Maybe it is. Things keep
Wait
changing.
a second, Count Crapula got his E on
He
Madman.
did. Interesting.
I
think I've
kind
seen
of
that
like
before.
it, but at the same time, I'm like, I mean, if this empath had been intelligent and gotten his Essence Link instead of the wall.
Why would you get wall level? Like, the only way, literally when I play Empath, what I do is I save my point, and the only time I will get wall level 1 is if there's a really quick, there's an early engagement of some sort, and I need it to get a kill. Then I'll get wall. Other than that, always Essence Link.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just so much better of a spell. I mean, at level 1 of the ability, it does 100 damage, and also you can potentially get all that damage and then stun
Yeah.
the hero you're up against. I mean, wall.
Yay! We just saw how powerful it is. Woohoo! Good stuff. And Madman, you have to be a little bit careful here. If you're running in from the back and gonna get the Essence Link off, the stun's gonna go through. Will they be able to see him? No, it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get a stun off.
Yeah.
He should be able to stun. He's gonna get slowed. No chain spike. He's gone. And okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was I look at this Hellborn team. Other than Berserker, where's the damage?
I guess if Bubbles manages to get some farm, there is
Yeah.
some damage there.
Like, I guess
But
they're
other than
hoping
that,
it's gonna be
you're right.
Bubbles and Drunken Master. But I mean, Suicide Drunken.
I mean, Drunken is getting
is-
decent farm,
Yeah,
actually. He's
surprisingly.
doing... Well, I mean, it's because Rhapsody moved to mid again, and they're leaving Ganal to solo, but Malikan is not the best solo. I mean, to be honest, Drunken should be wrecking this. Just stagger on top of Malikan's face
Right.
once in a while, and you win.
And I mean, Bubbles isn't gonna get too much in this middle lane. He's only at 120 gold per minute because of this Rhapsody. Parasite gonna come in as well, and we'll see if they have enough lockdown to get a Bloodlust here. Looks like they do, as they shell surf not quite enough to get him away. So a good gank there from Yellow Train. Sorry, from Max. I know I'm talking about.
Max.
Yellow Train's the one that got the kill. So,
One thing to note, though, is that Parasite did level his Leech level 2 now, and that's going to impact his farming quite a bit.
Yep.
Like 50 GPM. Quite a bit.
yep. Which is great. If he ganks, that's not a problem, but depends. Yeah.
I mean, he should be level 4 soon, but this delay, like with his Vulture, he could have potentially stacked this now and killed the camp afterwards, but because he's losing so much health alone from the 1.5% per second, I mean the 3% per second, yeah, 3% per second, it's just, he can't actually farm the next camp, and now he's got Leech level 2, I mean not Leech level 2, Infest level 2, but he's just kind of running around.
Right.
He's gonna go for another gank, I think, with the Wild Hunter.
And they should be able to kill this Drunken Master if Malakin comes back, but other than that, I don't think they're going to have too much success. It's just a
I feel
little
that
too tanky.
I don't know if Rhapsody had been harassing. Okay, this might be painful for Rhapsody.
Well, no, Drunken, because he's staggered in. And yeah, I think Rhapsody's going to be just fine. She's going to walk away. Now it's Drunken that's going to be a little bit of an issue, because now he's going to have to run away that way. Rhapsody with the appropriate cutoff angle. Yep, she ran the right way. Leech going to come back up. There it is. A couple more auto attacks. We'll finish him off. And Magnus is rotating over as well, so Drunken going to be cut off. It looks like Yellow Train making the correct decision. We'll be able to drop a Lava Surge. There we go. Next getting the kill, so...
I feel it was really unfortunate because the creeps blocked him severely there, and if he would have been able to follow the Rhapsody, then he would have even potentially gotten a kill, and he would have had the shortest distance to the tower, which Parasite would not have been able to follow because of potential juke spots for that Drunken Master.
Right.
But maybe I'm crazy. I mean, we know how this goes, right,
Yeah.
Quincy?
Well, I mean... He doesn't have Ghost Marchers. He used the stagger to get in.
Madman
so
top.
That wasn't the greatest. Yeah, top and the Madman. She will be a cope.
Never mind.
Okay, so you're trying to just draw my attention to things that don't even matter. Shut up, Shortcan.
Hey,
I know what I'm doing.
At least you called me by the correct name.
I've been doing that the last few times now.
Yeah, I know, it's good.
Chain Spike going to stop the mana pot on that Madman. He's actually pretty low, but he does have a bottle, so going to be a rune in 5 seconds, and I would assume he's going to go and try to grab it. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Drunken Master taking a little bit of damage from that Rhapsody, who has rotated back to the bottom lane and try to help Ganal get some farm back, because he's only 300 gold per minute, so that really needs to be addressed. Top
But then again, Marcus Moy,
yep,
mid
lane, yeah, they do get the bubbles.
Ulti used with the Parasite ult, so that he couldn't shell surf away. But
no
Marcus Moy only has 330 GPM.
Yep, that's bad.
As well, which is bad. I mean, he had a support up there the entire time, and Madman didn't really do that much either, so either he just missed last hits, because I mean, I think you can be at 370 GPM at this point.
Yeah.
If not more.
I mean, I think there were a couple of times when he chased the Madman into the wood trying to get a kill, or down past the creep wave trying to get a kill, so he wasn't necessarily focused entirely on CS. It was a little bit of, you know, let's go see if I can destroy this Madman, and that didn't work out so well, so he ended up basically wasting some time. Madman actually going to be in a lot of trouble here. Puts the barrel out. Will try to stalk away. Going to get a teleport support in, though, as well, and that's not even necessary, as he has helped himself. Yep, Magma's going to be able to looking for a counter kill. Will get the Lava Surge stun onto Berserker. North Building goes through. I'm not sure if this is going to save the Berserker. I think they might get a counter kill on somebody, but it looks like Berserker's going to be in a lot of trouble. They have to do something about this. Magma's going to be in some trouble, and Berserker finally will go down. The question is actually, no, Magnus, will he be able to get out of here? Yes, he will. Haystron doing a lot, and those bottle charges is very, very important. Meantime, they did get a kill on Drunken Master in the bottom lane. Actually, Madman trying to chase on this field, but a nice wall from Empath. Lava Surge goes through, but it just pushes Empath past the wall. They don't really want to do anything more about that. So, maybe we'll get the kill on Berserker. They get the kill on the bottom lane on Drunken Master. And we had a very quiet 5-0.
Gold lead. I mean, kill lead, yeah.
TZP.
I mean, I feel it just goes back to the draft. I mean, Ophelia hasn't been effective at all.
Not really.
This game.
She hasn't really
Ophelia,
ganked. She's at 216 GPM.
216, no mana ring at 8 minutes. That is really bad.
Yeah, well.
And Drunken Master has been doing decent, but I mean, he has 2 deaths now as well, so...
Yeah, it's
I guess
good.
the idea behind Rhapsody moving to mid was clearly just to make sure that Magnus got some, like, so he would be able to beat Zephyranth mid on that bubbles.
And that's definitely happened. Magnus is the top farmer in the game, in fact, so... Gonna have a portal key up relatively soon. It's currently his next item, I would assume. And they're gonna bring bubbles in as well. They're trying to get a kill on Rhapsody. That's gonna happen. The question is, will they be able to get anything else, and will they pay for this? Here comes the sword throw. Let's see if Bubbles does anything. It looks like he's gonna die. Drunken Master off to the side in a lot of trouble as well. Face Hug goes through. Is gonna be silenced for at least a little bit. Bottle charges, and they're gonna be able to get cut off by the Magnus though. Another good rotation from Yellow Train, as this Drunken Master has to be going, why the hell is Magnus always there when I'm about to live? And top one, actually, they do kill Count Crapula, so that's
yeah, but I mean,
mark for death.
Madman's done enough. He's done his job. He has higher GPM than Drunken Master, and he's prevented a lot of GPM on the Berserker, who's now at 350 actually, but then again, Ganal is now at 375, so equally bad heroes at farming, I feel. Malikan probably a bit better, but we'll see how this goes. Like, if you think about the two heroes, like, they look the same,
They're very similar.
Yeah.
And I would say in most respects Malikan is better. I mean, he's got an escape mechanism, he gets the ultimate that gives him a little bit more stuff. Sorry, what'd you say?
AoE damage, mainly.
Yeah, that.
On the Malikan. That's the big deal.
It's, like, Berserker does more single target damage, but...
By, like, twofold.
Yeah, but...
If not
the fact that Malikan gets splashes on his auto attacks when he's in the ranged form is really, really valuable, so...
The Legion have
Plus, it's a lot. It's kind of easy to. Well, it's not easy to kind of Berserker because of the ultimate, but once that ultimate is down, which doesn't last too long, whereas Malikan's ulti lasts quite a long time.
It does.
Yeah. Berserkers is one of those heroes that once the ulti is down. Yeah. Like once the ulti goes down from Marcus Moy, the entire Legion team is going to just collapse on his face and he's going to die.
Right.
With
and
that.
Middle lane, meanwhile, actually, Kelfield goes on to just the Magnus. Didn't catch the Rhapsody. Looks like they'll be able to turn this onto Bubbles. Yep. Take cover, not enough. Last auto attack from Rap comes through. Now Ophelia trying to chase down this Rhapsody. Looks like she's going to die thanks to Drunken Master's involvement, but both of them could be in trouble. Ophelia going to be the first one to die. Face hug going through onto the Drunken, but he's actually pretty tanky. We'll take the Essence Sling Sun. Here comes the sword, though, from Malikan. Drops the possession. Drunken Master's going to be almost certainly dead here. Yep, here he goes. Now he's going to try to chase down this Empath. Looks like she could be falling as well. Lava Surge not going to connect. Solid path taken from actually, but Madman, is going to be able to find her and cut her off. Sword throws there, and she's dead also. So ends up being essentially 4 heroes dead just for the support Rhapsody. And this game is rapidly going in favor of TZP once again.
They're just like quick on their feet.
Yeah, I mean the rotations have been fantastic. They're always, you always see a hero coming in from a lane that is not their home lane at exactly the right time. We saw Madman rotate and Malikan rotate in that fight. Yellow Trans rotated a few times. It just seems like they know, okay, we're going to get this kill. We need you to move here at this time, and that's exactly what they do.
Magnus wasted his ultimate, and now he's actually going to be turned on by this Berserker, but how is this going to work out? Is he going to be able to get the kill? Mark for Death is only level 3. I mean, it is level 3. That's quite high. I would have actually preferred maxing his strengths up, because it allows him to farm a bit more. And Magma's going back in on this Berserker.
They want this. They have the portal key in. We'll see if they can actually get here. Parasite's going to be able to get away, and he puts the Elder Parasite through, which is going to give him a little bit more movement speed, so he'll be just fine. Also draws a teleport from Bubbles. So Legion side's gank not going to be successful. They're going to catch Ophelia out in the woods, possibly, though, who has a Catman and 2 Minotaurs. So anyway, portal key on Magnus, which is relatively solid timing, 410 gold per minute for him, and that's going to become a problem for this Hellborn team.
And Bubbles in return has red boots.
Yes, he does.
Zephyranthe is this is the second time that Zephyranthe is playing Bubbles mid against the Magnus, and YOLO Train is definitely showing that he knows what he's doing on that Magnus.
In game 1, I think Bubbles actually did sort of win that lane early on, and it was the rotation that ended up screwing him over, which is, I mean, that's fair. That opened up an opportunity for Don't Care in that game as well. They just didn't really take advantage of it. They could have had a much easier time shutting down the opposing team shortly.
Drunken Master at bottom is actually going to turn.
Yeah, well, he's going to push this back in. Wall actually is not doing all that much. It's not really on the right side. Possession goes through, and we'll see if they can get any kills out of this. The Nurse Blessing's going to save a lot of damage. Magma's coming back in with a 2-man Lava Surge. Empath might be the target here, but of course she has the Az-1, so getting her down is going to be real difficult. Especially those other heroes around.
They were fighting for so long at the tower. I mean, I feel that Marcus Moy used his teleport to TP into the second tier tower, which at this point in the game you can't do. You know that Magnus has a TP, PK, so he's going to be looking for a gank, whether that be at top lane or bottom lane. Everybody needs to have TPs available.
Right. Either to assist or to get away.
Yeah.
It would really suck if Magnus comes in with a Lava Surge and you could have teleported out because, you know, after the stun he can't stop you. You didn't. There's a TP on cooldown.
And now that they see Magnus as TP, they're going.
Yep.
Drunken Master, is he gonna find Rhapsody? Oh, that was so close.
You might be really ahead of me. I'm at 25 minutes in the replay, or 14:23, 14:24, 14:25, 14:26.
Continue like that.
14:28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Okay, cool.
3. I don't know why, I feel like my computer's getting a little bit of skippy stuff going on. I'm assuming. Slowing
Probably
it down.
true. It's probably mad at you for you neglecting it.
I'm sorry, computer. I had to go help some family members.
Look at Count Crapula, not even care.
Yeah.
He just took some of the farm from the Hellborn Ancients. How did he do that without them even realizing a single thing?
I mean, they have a ward there, but I guess he's stocked in, so
Yeah.
that's a problem. And obviously the corpses also prevent that from stacking, so Empath trying to get some more farm for Berserker. That's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Legion triple stacked Ancients will be done by Malakin right now.
Plus, I mean, Berserker is a really bad
Yeah.
Ancient Taker.
Yeah. Doesn't do all that well. Rhapsody actually gets a couple of those kills thanks to her Dance Lore, but Malakin will pick up the vast majority of them, and all of a sudden he's at 450 gold per minute, which is 100 more than Berserker. So, that's not good.
No.
Just seems like it's bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have equal tower lead, or
Yep.
tower.
And that's very possibly going to change here as Parasite and Madman are pushing down this bottom tower. Maybe used on the glyph, but it's not going to matter. They're going to get the kill on it, and now Parasite's just going to walk away with the Hell Cannon.
Nope.
No, actually, he's not. He's going to get locked down with a Chain Spike as well, so he's taking a death. And it'll be the Parasite for the tower kill. That's not the worst trade in the world. In fact,
It's just, I feel that this Parasite could have had more farm. I mean, he went... I don't like when a Parasite goes for Mystic Vestments against a practically no magic team.
yeah, that's weird. Against Berserker and Drunken Master, you're really into Vestments? Okay. Like, it's going to help against
I
Bubbles,
mean, it's
guess,
500 gold. 500 gold that could have been used for an earlier puzzle box,
Yeah, he would've had
which
a puzzle box by
completely
now.
destroys Drunken and Berserker.
Yeah, he would have
I
had
know
a puzzle
few-
box by now if it weren't for that. Anyway, Magnus actually going to pour it in, but he's got an invis on him, so maybe they thought it was canceled. That'd be pretty funny if they don't realize Magnus is here, which might be the case. In fact, the side Rhapsody will get caught out, puts the Cicadas down, but unable to do much else. Madman is sort of hanging out here. Here comes the Magnus. Will it get stopped in the Minotaur? No, it won't. There it goes. And Eruption doing so much damage. 2 dead, 3 dead right off the bat. Ophelia trying to get away. She's not going to be able to survive. Berserker's now completely out of mana. They have plenty of chase potential left on this Legion team. Leech goes through. Berserker's going to try to man fight. That's not going to work, or even close to it. It's a genocide.
Massacre! Genocide!
Thank you. Ms. Pudding.
Dope.
And
Yeah. DoCa just needs to
not
pick
do
better
that?
heroes. Pick better heroes. And,
Also
I
not
mean,
do
they
that?
didn't have vision of the Magnus.
Yeah.
Because he did hide in little, like,
Nook thing, yeah.
what do you call it? Yeah. A cranny, nook and cranny. As they always say in books. You know, hiding in every nook and cranny. Never
Yeah.
mind,
It's
I'm
an expression.
rambling.
No, you're
Yes.
not wrong. It's an expression.
You're not wrong. You're just, yeah. Okay, but this is where we saw, like, just the Legion's team making so much more sense. I mean,
Yep.
Madman is even there to semi-carry. He's getting an Abyssal, and that's a great item in combination with this Malakin for when the ulti is down, and just a generally good team item. On the Hellborn side, the only team item I really see is the double ring of the Teacher, first of all, one on Ophelia and one on Berserker, and
The
after
Astrolabe.
that, the Astrolabe. But on the Legion side, we have now a tablet on Magnus as well. We have, you know, the Abyssal, and I mean, it's kind of equal in team items, but Magnus is a team hero.
And
Parasite
Luigi's
is
team
kind-
items are better,
yeah.
too. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Astrolabe is a fine team item. Ring of the Teacher is, like, not really that...
Yeah.
I mean, it's already inside the Abyssal Skull, basically. So, there's that. The push book is really, really valuable at all stages of the game. Astrolabe's not going to be as valuable as we go on and Drunken Master's dead. He's sitting there. And, I would imagine that will continue. I'd imagine somebody in this Legion side getting an Energizer, probably the Madman will be going for an Energizer. I wouldn't be surprised if that's his next
Or
item.
even
in
a
fact.
Basher.
Or a Bash. Sure, why not? Eruption getting charged up. Ophelia is going to be in a lot of trouble. And Leech not even necessary. Creeps will be cleaned up as well, so...
That's also the problem
Sad
with
times.
Ophelia. I mean, Ophelia versus a Parasite, first of all.
Yep.
Really annoying to play.
Yep.
And then second thing
bubbles.
is Max.
Gonna get jumped. Staccatos are there. Will they lock him down? No, they will not. Berserker coming in, puts the mark for death on the Rhapsody, and she's now gonna pay for this as she eats the chain spike. Basically gets 4 auto attacks and she's dead.
3.
3? I think it was 4. I think there were 4. I think there was 1, and there were 3 more after that. Regardless, it was not a very large number of auto attacks.
No, it was not. I mean, the Hellborn side is also so easily countered. I mean, all the damage that they do, as we've already said, is physical damage. So if you just get a, I mean, even a Sacrificial Stone would have been great on this Magnus, I feel.
Or, for example, if you're Malakin and your ultimate gives you 40 armor, then...
Yeah, does that help? What?
That's kind of good against physical. It seems like it would be nice against physical damage. Yeah, I don't know.
I just find it kind of strange that the possession gives that armor, because if you think about it, if you land a good possession, right, everyone's gonna be feared for at level 3 2 seconds anyway.
I mean, it's
so
good against counter initiation. So if like you have a Magnus in the other team or something like that.
Serial killer.
Anyway, in the meantime, Drunk Master dies once again. He's currently got 7 deaths. So that's not happy fun times.
I think that armor could be magic armor, and then it would be absolutely insane. Because, you know, usually magic is at further range than physical damage, unless there's a hard-hitting Soul Stealer. But even Soul Stealer does a shit ton of magic damage as well.
Right.
So,
well, Berserker gonna fight an Illusion Magnus. And Empath gonna give away her position as well, so Legis are gonna know to back off because they realize there is substantial support for the Hellborn team. Meantime, the Creeps kill mid tower.
You don't see that happening often in old games anymore. Unless it's like 50 minutes in and there's like a tier 2 or tier 1 tower still up just randomly.
It's just like, okay, well there's 1.5 billion creeps pushing this lane down, so... I mean, you don't see it. You don't see that happen in TMM even. Like, even in mid-tier TMM, people are usually a little bit more aware than that. But...
Look at the Catman Soldier being abused by Linko 6. I heard that creep is really strong. Like, it hits for quite some damage. Look at it, 56 damage.
69 damage.
No, Catman Soldier, not Catman Champion.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Great creep. Yeah. It's because he just can't find any creeps, because he's Ophelia. And, I mean...
Alchemist, there's a Minotaur in this far left camp, but he's gotta find it.
Abyssal, now finished on Ophelia, so, that's cool, you know?
Yeah, it's only pretty late after. And Madman, look, he got an Energizer. I'm a genius.
But dude, man, Drunken should have gone the Abyssal, for sure.
Probably yes. Malakin not gonna get up against the Berserker. They don't realize Parasite's here though. Looks like Berserker and Malakin are both gonna die maybe? No, actually Malakin's dead first, Berserker, and all of a sudden with it, no! He killed the Mauler! He killed the Mauler! He killed the Mauler! He wasn't paying attention, and in the meantime, looks like Parasite could be in some trouble. Drunken Master trying to chase him down. Meantime, off to the side here, Magma's gonna eat the Kelp Field, but it doesn't look like either of them are gonna die. Lava Surge goes through, Steam Bath is there as well, and he's gonna get the portal key on out before they can dust over walls, so... Oh...
Why? That could have been a huge
That could have been
turn
really
for
big. Yeah.
That could have... Okay, Heart just finished on... Wait, what? Did Marcus Moy just buy a heart?
I really hope not.
It would be an incredible item.
It would, but there's better uses of 5,500 gold than a heart. Well, looks like Empath's dead again because for some reason Yellow Train really likes to use that eruption on support heroes. In the meantime, Bubble's gonna take a Lava Surge, and Yellow Train's just gonna run away because basically there's nothing they can do about this. Rhapsody's kind of hanging out, but he's gonna get boxed in by the Drunken Master because they saw her, and that's gonna be sad times.
Forgotten One plays really aggressive, and in some games it really works out, but in others, I feel he's out of position.
Well, depends. They're doing fine this game. I think I'm not sure that, there's really too much to criticize there.
No. It's just at this stage in the game, you have to be aware that there can be wards anywhere because they're scared for their lives of a Magnus ulti. So they need to make sure to have Rhapsody in a position to counter those wards or make sure to just not die, because feeding them at this point is what's going to turn the game around.
Yeah.
Is Malikan gonna get hurt by things?
I'm not sure. He has a sword throw, which is very nice at escaping. Lockdown,
And there's the
yeah,
Magnus, and he's actually going to turn it.
And there goes the possession. We'll see if they actually have any enough damage to furnace this off. I would just jump on the Ophelia. Actually, Bubbles didn't port, and then Silence didn't hit anything. They'll also kill Marcus Moy. And all of a sudden, Bubbles is going to be in a lot of trouble as well. Shell Surf down for 5 more seconds. No portal key, of course, and he's dead as well. So, going to be 3 dead, and they're calling another CC, which,
20k. I mean,
yeah, you're right. All right. They're 23.5k ahead. I didn't realize exactly what the magnitude of the gold lead was. I don't know why. It was a pretty substantial hero kill lead as well. But anyway, looks like TZP going to take a relatively quick victory over Don't Care. Not too much difficulty in either game, and a bit disappointing because they performed surprisingly well in the last cycle. But I suppose drawing a much improved TZP team in the round of 16. Not the best, and they'll get knocked down. So, final thoughts, game, series there, Shuriken?
I feel that there's a lot of teams around the skill level of these two teams right now, because they would, if they scrim each other more or just practice more, they would be even teams. I feel like they have equally skilled players on their team. Like I know that Time to Die and Marcus Moy are really good players, and Zephyranth and Linko6 also really know what they're doing. So that they lost in such a fashion actually comes as a surprise to me. But there's a lot of teams at this level right now, like DoCa, TZP, Superheroes playing HoN, although I think they're disbanded. Nah, what? Nothing about future series in gold. Quincy, I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything. What? I don't even know what you said, so it's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And like Dishonored, like a bunch of these teams who all look like, I mean, I'm even surprised about, Solaire Club just coming out on top very often in the last cycle where they got, what was it, 4th? I'm expecting a lot from them this cycle as well. Yeah. So a lot of teams are on the same level, and it's really exciting to watch, actually.
I've been saying it for a long time now. The depth in HoN, I think, is probably better than it's been in a very, very long time. Because even, in Diamond Division, it's the same thing. I mean, we saw last weekend, I don't feel bad spoiling this because if you didn't watch Diamond stuff, it doesn't matter, I'm not cast anyway. We saw last weekend, Ogre beat BMG, which was insane. And then Nullstone beat BMG, which was also kind of insane. Because, Nullstone finished 3rd in Cycle 2, but then Cycle 3 and 4, they were kind of a disappointment. So, I mean, even in Diamond Division, we have a bunch of teams where you're like, I don't know what's going to happen in this series. And in Gold Division, we have a lot of teams like that where, if this series had gone completely the opposite way, and it had been Don't Care beating TZP with both games taking less than 25 minutes each, I could believe that. Like, that's not something that would be ridiculous to me. I mean, Marcus Moy, Time to Die, Zephyranth, Zudonix, and Linkos, these are all very good players. And we've seen very good things from them in the past. But this, whatever it was, maybe they just weren't feeling it at this time or something like that. They didn't look the greatest. TZP, on the other hand, looked very good. They actually looked very, very coordinated and on top of their game. So that's all it takes right now with how even these teams are. One team has to be a little bit off their game, and the other team has to be a little bit more on their game than they normally would be, and you turn something from a relatively even series to a pretty damn quick series because everything's so damn even right now, and it's great because, Gold Division, a lot of exciting games, a lot of even matchups, a lot of series you don't know which way it's going. Same thing in Diamond, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we ended up with a couple more top-tier teams out of the teams that are currently in Gold right now, and that excludes teams like Reason and Prime Icarus, who have already climbed that mountain and made Gold. But, if TZP made Diamond, would that be shocking? It'd be surprising.
Yes.
I don't think it'd be shocking.
Okay, yeah, it'd be surprising, but, with 1 or 2 more cycles under their belt and a little more team coordination, they could definitely get there because their drafting has been really solid in both these games. And although I don't actually like the combination of Madman and Malikan, again, because of the lack of initiate. Well, Malikan does actually initiate quite well, but not the same range as other PK initiators, for example. their drafting is solid, and they're rotating really well, and they could definitely be a force to be reckoned with in gold. I mean, I can see them getting in the top 4 easily.
Yeah, certainly wouldn't be surprising. Well, that's going to do it for this game and this series, as TZP takes it 2-0. So well played to them. And we'll see Don't Care dropping to the losers bracket. It is notable that the losers bracket round 1 matches were either forfeited because the round of 16 teams were forfeited, or the losers bracket round 1 teams forfeited it. So that means that they didn't actually play a losers bracket round 1 match, and they did in fact advance to losers bracket round 2. So we'll see how they do as they continue in Gold Cycle 5. And I mean, I'm honestly expecting some pretty solid things from both of these teams, both now in this cycle and in future cycles. Meantime, that'll do it for the cast today.